Hello viewers. My first IELTS video was a general one encompassing all the four modules. Now we're going to start specifically looking at each of the four modules. The first one that we're going to attempt is IELTS writing, and it's going to be the IELTS academic writing, task 1. So let's get started. In the IELTS academic writing task 1, you're supposed to be able to interpret and describe some graphical information that has been provided to you. It can be presented in a few different forms. If you look at any of the regular IELTS books, they could be, well, to be honest, I'm not sure about this copyright infringement kind of things. So I'm not going to name any of the books right now because I'm still working on understanding those rules and stuff. So any regular IELTS books, you can go and have a look, and you can find the examples that are there regarding IELTS writing task 1. But I can just, in brief, I'm going to just tell you what they are. There can be bar charts, pie charts, there can be line graphs, and there can be some tables of information. There can be some illustrations as well, which are some weird pictures, stuff like that. I'm not a very big fan of those kind of things, but those are more or less the ones that we're going to face. We're going to discuss about all of these different types of presentation that we can face in the exam in specific different videos. Today is just going to be an overview about the whole thing, the writing task 1. As you're watching this video, and obviously this the caption, the title of the video is supposed to say something about academic IELTS, stuff like that. So I guess that you are going to take the academic version of IELTS. So you got to know that it is considered to be an important academic skill to be able to interpret the graphical data, the different forms of data that are presented to you. It's important that you can describe and interpret them in a way that if you write it well, somebody who is unable to interpret graphical information can still understand what the whole story is by just reading your write-up. Whichever form of graphical data that you have been presented with in the exam, whichever type you're dealing with, like for example the bar chart, the pie chart, or the line graph, whatever, there would be a big amount of information there, obviously, which has been derived from the raw data. Now, don't just list out all the information that is presented to you. For example, if you have been given the number of marriages and divorces in the UK for the last 4 or 5 decades, don't just go, like in 1970s, the number of marriages were X, the number of divorces were Y, in 1990s, 80s, whatever the next one was. The number of marriages were A, number of divorces were B. I mean, don't just list out that information. If you're just listing out the information, it means that you can read. It's a good thing, yeah? But the problem is you're being asked to do more than that. So what you have to do is that you have to go for the trend, the general idea that has been given to you in the in this illustration. So go for the general idea. By the general idea, what I mean is that you have to be able to see the story that has been portrayed by these numbers and these charts. You have to be able to see the trends. You have to be able to make comparisons. So if there are 2 bar charts, I mean like 2 bars for every year that has been given there, you have to be able to see the picture, like what's happening. For example, are the number of divorces compared to the number of marriages increasing, going down, or are the people generally getting married less in number? What's the story? So things like that. To be able to do that, you have to ask yourself, looking at the bar chart, which bar is the tallest? Which bar is the shortest? Because obviously the length of the bar is showing the value that it represents. So which is the tallest bar? Which is the shortest bar? What are the bars behaving over the years compared to each other? Stuff like that. If it is a pie chart, you can ask yourself which segment is the largest, which segment is the smallest, how do the segments compare with each other. If it is a line graph, then you can ask yourself again the similar questions. What is the highest point? What is the lowest point? Until what time in the frame the trend was going up or going down, whatever the case may be. And at what point did the trend start to change? Things like that. Remember one thing, that in task 2 you're supposed to give your opinion on whatever the question may be, but here in task 1 you have been merely asked to describe whatever information has been given to you. So remember that, no opinions. To get good marks in IELTS writing, you have to show that you have the required range of vocabulary. And also you have to know it's good to know some certain connectives which you can use to efficiently show the trends that are illustrated in the graphs or whatever. And don't worry, I'm going to provide these connectives and how to use them in a separate video. When it's done, it's not done yet, so whenever it's done I'm going to try to provide a link of that somewhere in this video. That's more like it. And also I hope you do remember by now that you're supposed to write 150 words in the IELTS writing task 1. And in the script that is provided to you in IELTS writing, for the task 1, you have got a page and a half, I believe. Yeah, it starts from the lower half of the page 1 and runs through page 2. So 1.5 page usually gives 150 words. So that's all you have to do, 150 words. And follow whatever I'm going to say in the later videos. So I hope you're going to make it. All the best.